What is up, y'all? Within today's video, I thought it would be fun to talk about what I would purchase from the Sephora sale. It is going on from right now to April 15th. If you are a Rouge member, you do get 20% off, and then you do get 30% off of Sephora products, which is, you know what's really crazy? I was looking at this and I was like, I have not tried a Sephora product in years. Like the last product that I purchased that was Sephora brand was that spray foundation, and I really did like it. I want to say I bought like 3 bottles of refills after that, and that was maybe about 7 years ago. I really haven't tried anything from Sephora. If you guys have any Sephora recommendations, please let me know. I was specifically looking at the Sephora oh damn, it was just on my page right now. I should have took a screenshot of it. But the Sephora like mineralized powder is supposed to be, well, to me it looks like it's a MAC mineralized skin finish dupe. If you guys have tried that, let me know how you like it, because I'm like, you know what, for 30% off, I might just try it. I do want to let you guys know there are some products within this list that I want to purchase that I haven't tried, and there are some that I would purchase as refills of products that I really did like from Sephora specifically. So as you guys know, I pretty much only shop at Sephora during the sale time, because just being so real with you guys, I don't know what it is. Like even when I have a little bit extra money in the bank, I'm like, I'm just so cheap. Like I'm just like, I'm not going to spend like, you know, $50 on a damn powder. You guys know I love the Hourglass powder. It's actually, spoiler alert, it's actually on my list of things, but I'm just like, I'm not gonna spend $50 on it. And for some reason in my brain, if I get 20% off on it, then I feel better buying it, if that makes any type of sense. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like a lot of products are so expensive now that I'm like, I gotta save a couple dollars on it to justify it in my head, which I guess maybe is kind of stupid, but I just feel better about it. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna be going over that full list within today's video. If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know down below what I should try. Just letting you guys know, I am pretty much just into complexion things these days. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done like y'all. I did a review of the James Charles palette, of the Jeffree Star palette, and I feel like it's been a really long time since I've actually even been into eyeshadow, which is so weird. I've just become such a complexion person. So if you guys have any complexion recommendations, please let me know down below. Also, if you guys have not seen, I'm sure you guys all have, I have a podcast. It'll be linked down below. Make sure you guys check it out. And I want to say this again, like I feel like I have said this so many times, but I know not everybody sees every video that I say this in, but I do really feel the need to keep repeating myself on this. It's very unhinged. It's two friends having like straight up real conversations, talking about everything, like literally you name it, and we've probably talked about it, and we're going to continue to do that. So I'm letting you guys know, if you guys are easily offended, if you guys are easily triggered, then that is not the channel for you. That is not the podcast for you. It is not you know, a like, I don't want to say it's like it's not a deep podcast. It's honestly, y'all, just so you guys know, like, and I'm gonna say this on the podcast too, because I keep forgetting to say this, is I put that podcast in a category of comedy, just so you guys know. So it's like pretty much everything that we talk about is really just, you know, it's unhinged, and we crack jokes, a lot of jokes. That's why I specifically put it underneath the comedy section. I don't know if it lets people know what section you choose to put it under. I specifically chose comedy though, because I was like, me and her talk a lot of shit, we make a lot of jokes, so that's why I'm just kind of like, you know what, like, let me not put this in any type of like, I don't know, like people or blogs or like entertainment. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, let's specifically put it underneath comedy so people know, like, don't take us too seriously. Do you know what I mean? Letting you guys know, just a little bit of a warning before heading over there. It is a hot mess. If you guys have seen my lives before, you guys know exactly how it is. It's literally just like my lives, like dead ass, like completely unhinged, like unhinged. And then also my travel channel too, I've been uploading a lot of shorts and TikTok, so make sure you guys check that out. They'll both be linked down below. Let me shut up. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, let's go ahead and start this off with a product that I like really want to try, because I obviously love the Hourglass Veil translucent powder, the loose one. It is just so absolutely amazing. I highly recommend that if you guys have a little bit more of dry skin. I wouldn't necessarily say if you have like severely dry skin, because I do feel like any type of powder is not going to be really good for severely dry skin. But if you guys have like semi-dry skin, you guys would really like this. I wouldn't really recommend it if you have super oily skin too, because then obviously it's not that much of a like mattifying powder. It does like leave a little bit of a sheen to the skin. I absolutely love that powder. I recommend it so much if you guys have fine lines, crepiness, if you guys have any type of texture. It really does help tone that down, and I'm obsessed with it. Like I want to say that I have went through 2 bottles, well, not 2 bottles, but two jars. I don't know, what do you call that? I don't want to call it compact. Anyways, y'all, Hourglass is coming out with a Vanish Airbrush pressed powder for $48, and I'll have to keep it real with you guys. Like, I'm so broke right now, but I'm just like, I want this powder so bad that I think I'm just gonna buy it. I honestly think I'm just gonna buy it, even though I'm just like, okay, should I really buy it right now? No, but this is what it says right here in the what it is section. It says a talc-free sheer pressed powder clinically shown to instantly reduce shine for an airbrush finish that lasts all day. The coverage is light, the finish is matte. Now on this, it does say that it is good for pores, it's cruelty-free, a pressed powder formula, long wearing. So this seems to be to me like a little bit more of a like matte finish powder or pressed powder, sorry, of the loose one. That's why I'm like, oh, I really want to try this, because I did see in Trend Moods post that it said that it is non-drying, so it's not meant to look overly matte. Do you know what I mean? But it obviously doesn't have like a shimmery finish. But this is $48, y'all, and it does come in different shades. So they do have a full translucent one, and then so that is marketed as translucent. The rest are basically translucent sheer. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if you guys have seen before when, say for example, like Huda Beauty, oh my gosh, loose powders, right? She has different shades, so it has a sheer tiny tint of coverage. So this is not in any type of way meant to be kind of like a MAC Studio Fix pressed powder. It's not meant to be like a Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin powder. Those are full coverage forms of powders, because I did see people saying that the shade range is crazy, but then I was like, well, it's literally just like a translucent powder. Do you know what I mean? So picture your brands like Huda, Jeffree Star, to like different loose powder brands that have just a little bit of a tint to it. It's really not going to add much. So that's what this is. This is $48 though. Like, y'all, for 0.37 ounces. 0.37. Maybe I'll pull the trigger and get this. I don't know, because I just love their loose powder so much, but I'm just like, damn, at the same time, $48. I don't know, but this is definitely something that I would purchase if I did have the money. That's what this whole video is like products that I would purchase if I had the money. One product that I'm 100% going to be purchasing is the Kosas Cloud Set baked powder. Y'all, I absolutely love this powder. I'm going to be picking it up in the shade Breezy because I do have the shade Feathery right now, and it's just a little bit too deep for me. It makes me look a little bit too orangey because it was my summer color. This powder, y'all, oh my gosh, I don't know if I've told you guys this recently. I've been obsessed with setting my All About Face foundation with that powder. I'll just take a little bit of it. I mean, a little bit, and it just looks absolutely incredible. This powder to me is what I would expect from MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Don't get me wrong, I still do use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and like it. I just feel like it doesn't have too much cover. Like, it's very, very sheer. And I feel like this right here, this powder, I definitely feel like you can build it up to be, I don't want to call it like full coverage, but it's definitely above medium. It's like that fine line between medium and full, or you could use it very sheer. So that's why I'm like, this powder to me is really, really good. And y'all, it leaves such a beautiful finish on the skin. It doesn't look overly matte, but it is like semi-matte. You know what I mean? This is a great powder. If you guys have used it before, I really, really recommend it. I think it's super, super nice and love the finish of it. Once again, this is a little bit pricey too, y'all. This is $35 for 0.33 ounces, but it's a product that I definitely will be picking up because I need a refill of it. Well, not refill, but I need a different shade of it. Because I noticed the other day, I was like, y'all, I have a mini version of the shade Breezy, and I broke it on camera. I don't know if you guys have seen my About Face review, and I was like, oh my god, that shit literally broke. And I bought like the mini one on purpose because I was like so broke that I was like, let me get the $18 one versus the $35 one. Excuse me. And I was like, oh, okay, what I can do is like use the other one, the shade Feathery, and use it as kind of like, you know, where I would put my bronzer, and then I'll use the other one all throughout my face, and that shit broke. So I was like, let me order the shade Breezy again. Next up on the list of things that I really do want to try, this is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Mattifying Water Powder Serum with niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. I don't necessarily know if I will be picking up this time around, but it's something that I really want to try. This seems like something that will work great for my T-zone because I love the Yummy Skin. It's not balm. Damn, why do I always forget the name of it? It's the one that's in that like gold compact. I did a review of it here on my channel too. I use it only in the center of my face, and y'all, whatever is in that, it keeps my face matte in the center all day long. So I'm kind of like, but also I forgot to mention too, the reason why sometimes I don't like that, because if my skin is a little bit more on the dry side, I really do feel like that gets like very like cakey looking. Do you know what I mean? Even when I use a very thin layer of it. So this right here, I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I would like, you know, being that this doesn't have any coverage, maybe I would like this better, you know? But then I was reading some of the reviews, and some people were saying that it does make their foundation pill. So I'm like, ooh, I don't know. I'm still in between about that, but it's definitely something that if I had the money, I would pick up right now and try. Next up on the list, Of course, you guys already know the translucent powder from Hourglass, the Veil translucent setting powder. I absolutely love it. I would definitely get that. Luckily, right now, I still have, I would say, probably about 75% full of a container. But if you guys are looking for a loose powder and have it in your budget, this is bomb right here. Like, really, really bomb. Also, I never even noticed, too, that this is 0.36 ounces for $50. Hourglass powders are just like, whoo, they're expensive. But I do have to say, like, oh, honestly, they're kind of worth it. Well, not there, but this one. This is the only one that I've used, but this one to me is definitely worth it. If you guys have it in your budget, get it. Next up on the list, I would pick up, I think I'm actually going to pick this up, the Ordinary Retinol 0.2 Emulsion Serum. I am so curious about this because that's a really good price point at $14.90. Now, just letting you guys know from the jump, it is a very, very small tube. I saw a lot of people commenting on this, and I want to say it was on Trendmood or maybe the Ordinary's actual Instagram page, where they were like, oh my god, this is just like way too small. But then I was like, honestly, I don't know, I was kind of like doing the math on it, and I was like, I think that this would last like a month and a half to 2 months, which I think for $14.90 is pretty damn good. But this seems like a really good product right here, and I'm so curious to know how the retinol is. You guys know that I absolutely love the Polish choice right here. This is the 1% retinol with peptides and vitamin C. This is my favorite retinol, but I just am too broke right now to be affording this. So I'm just kind of like, you know what? Let me find an alternative dupe. And being that this Ordinary one is only $14.90, I think I will try it out because it does seem to be pretty good. Next up on the list, we have from Makeup by Mario. This is something that I've talked about before that I absolutely love. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. It's so weird to me that this is kind of like a balm, and I understand why it's called a skin enhancer. At first, I was like, why don't you just call it like a balm? Why don't you just call it like a bronzer balm? You know what I mean? But then I started to notice I totally get why he called it enhancer, because yes, it does like warm up the skin. It brings life to the skin. It depends upon how much like coverage you want out of it. Say for example, if you want it to be a bronzer, it definitely could be a bronzer. You know what I mean? I would say like a sculpting bronzer because it's not like overly orange, obviously depending upon what shade you use for your skin tone. But the one that I had purchased, actually, you know what? I forgot. Light medium is the one that I purchased. And y'all, I have to say, whatever is in that like balm, it like makes your skin look so smooth and so good and so hydrated and so plump. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I get it. It enhances the skin, but then also sculpts the skin. I really love this product. This retails for $32. Y'all, if you guys are looking for something to like warm up the skin a little bit, say for example, but you don't want it to look too orangey, this is really good. If you guys are my complexion, the shade light medium is really, really good, and I highly recommend this product. Y'all, this next one on the list, ooh, this is sold out right now, and I'm low-key, you know what, I'm high-key triggered that this is sold out right now during the sale. You guys know, call me a conspiracy theorist, I feel like a lot of brands like sell out of things or wait to like restock at Ulta until after the sale. I don't know why. Maybe I'm tripping on that, but I know you. Okay, no, let me keep it real with you guys. The reason why I noticed that is because I've noticed before with Too Faced specifically, and I've said this before, Too Faced, when they have like a good sale online, a lot of their products will be out of stock, and then I'll notice as soon as the sale ends, they're all of a sudden in stock, and I'm like, is that just a coincidence, or are they doing that on purpose? I don't know. So maybe I just kind of like got it from Too Faced and started thinking other brands would do that. I don't know. But this right here is the Charlotte Tilbury Jumbo Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This retails for $51, and I would 100% purchase this and get the 20% off on top of this because I think that's a great deal, because the regular size bottle is like 3.3 ounces, y'all, and that is like, I want to say it was like $33, okay? So just think about that, is that if you purchase 2 of the small ones, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that this one right here is 6.7 ounces. So if you purchase 2 of the small ones, it's going to cost you $66. So I'm like, this one right here is $51 for 6.7 ounces. So you're saving what, like $15 on that? So I'm like, well, you're saving $15 on that, but then you're also going to get the 20% off. So I'm like, but all of a sudden, conveniently, it's out of stock during the sale. And I was like, I'm definitely going to get this. But obviously, I'm not going to be getting it because it's out of stock unless they bring it back in stock by the time the sale is over. But I would definitely get that. Y'all know I love that setting spray. Specifically, the reason why I love it is because, as you guys know, I always say I love the Until Dawn, but I feel like that is mattifying. Like when I spray it on, I feel like it does mattify my skin. The Charlotte Tilbury, it doesn't necessarily make you dewy, but say for example, if your skin looks dewy already, it'll lock in that dewiness. It doesn't make you more matte in my experience of using it. So I really, really love it. I've went through several bottles of it and I absolutely love it. The very last product on the list, I think I am going to pick up. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Balm in the stick. I am a little bit conflicted about this though, and I'm like, I keep on like searching to see what shade I think I would be in store, so that way I can see which one has it in stock, so I can go swatch it. Because I don't know how your guys' Sephora's are, but say for example the ones by my house, if they're out of stock of a shade, they'll pull it from the shelf, and I really want to swatch the shade number 7 because I think that's what I would be, even though it's an olive tone, and I tend to like be a little bit more neutral, but I do feel like I can pull off an olive undertone really good. My problem is why I'm like sketched out of buying it online too, is I feel that like every single color that I see pulls to yellow or orange. So I'm like, I don't know how that would be. And it's kind of crazy that the olive to me in swatches online, and I've seen TikToks of it, I'm like, why does the olive, which is meant to obviously look like an olive green undertone, has more yellow to it? Like it looks more yellow orangey. So I'm like, I don't know. But overall, that seems like a product that I would really, really enjoy these days. And it seems very convenient. That does retail for $42. And it seems that a lot of people like it online right now. So I definitely do want to check that out. If there's any other products that you guys recommend to me, please let me know down below in the comment section. And let me know what you guys think about my choices of what I would purchase from the Sephora sale. Is there something else that I'm forgetting? I don't think so. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.